Yeah, you guys know I love a good Nightmare deck, and I saw this one pop up on the Snap Decks Twitter account, who collects a bunch of awesome decks. So I had to give it a try because it combines the Nightmare off-going shell of like Red Skull and Starbrand with a Chamber ramp deck. So you've got Chamber, Luna, Electro, Blink, the Valentina to generate more big stuff, and of course just some big stuff, because all of this big stuff plays really nicely with Nightmare as well. So you've kind of got two vectors. You can take this deck down. You got the Nightmare on turn 3 that maybe gives you a blob Infinite or something insane, or you can go for the Electro, Luna, Blink route to just cheat out an Infinite and then, you know, play some other stuff. You've also just got like War Machine Infinite. So there's like 4 or 5 different angles you can actually take this deck. Enchantress in here is a backup plan too if you just need to hard play some Starbrands or Red Skulls, or of course answer your opponent's stuff. And it gives you a lot of surprise factor, of course, because of Nightmare, which is great, but also just like, what the heck is this deck actually going to do this game? I have no idea. But Chamber gets big. Of course, you're just slamming some crazy points, and it finds a lot of ways to win, as I found out. I fired off an 8-4 run, up 9 cubes post Infinite, which is really respectable run for this sort of deck. And I'm not going to tell you that it's like better than an all-in Nightmare Sauron deck, or that it's better than an all-in Chamber Ramp deck, because those are both pretty strong. Particularly Chamber Ramp right now is really near the top of the meta as one of the best packages in the game. But I don't think it's much worse either. Like, it still felt really competitive, and it does have this surprise factor and fun factor that's a little unique as well. So I personally really, really liked this take, and still felt like this deck had a lot of power. So I think you're going to enjoy a lot of fun on this one, because Nightmare, as we know, can be a crazy fun card with some crazy big hits, as you're about to see. Hey, Chamber, Valentina. We don't need both. I think we played Chamber though, right? We care more about the points. Valentina we might even weave in later. Luna Blink, also pretty interesting stuff. Oh, bro, that would be a sick Chamber card to hit, actually. Dang, maybe we can weave the Chamber later, because it would be so good. Blink would be so good. Like, it's actually, yeah, Nightmare's better. Like, all of these are better if you play Valentina first, right? Like, every card except Luna gets better with Valentina on 2 here for Astral Plane. So if you get Luna, it's like, well, okay, whatever. We have ramp anyway, so we'll have time to play Chamber regardless. But, you know, specifically, every other card is better. Nightmare would be pretty fun, actually. Chamber, free Chamber is amazing, yes. I guess for the record, getting like a Mockingbird would have sucked. So we did kind of maybe arguably make the pool a little worse, but I don't actually think that's much of a problem either. Luna Mojo World is sort of weird, but at the same time, I don't know, we can probably control around it. I'm thinking about Killmonger though, specifically. Like, if they destroy their cube early and I don't, I might have to keep an eye on Killmonger deleting one of these. So I don't know, there's something there, but I think you just do this and delete your cube yourself and don't really care, right? And just kind of lock in on this. And the next turn is like Chamber Nightmare, maybe. I guess Mockingbird goes up in expense a little bit if I do this, because the cube goes away. The Luna hits Enchantress, War Machine, or Giganto, none of which are particularly incredible, but they're also not terrible. You know, I don't know, actually. This might not be right. I don't know. I'm just thinking about Mojo World specifically. And oh, okay. Cube was going away anyway, so this definitely makes my life a lot better. All right. Now we're way ahead in Mojo World, which is nice. They might kind of be scared away from this already, although Enchantress is certainly the worst role we had there. So I think you just go Chamber and you go Nightmare already, because it's like, yeah, 20 points is exposed, but with 4 cards, you're fine. And maybe you even stack your Chambers, honestly. What are the odds they have Lady Deathstrike? We've seen it some today. They have priority, so activating my Chamber wouldn't really help. So my final turn is going to be like, well, I don't even know. I don't really have Infinite. I don't know. Maybe it's Mockingbird something. I don't know. Not sure here, actually. Wolverine left is really good. That's great news. They might just beat me with a null mid, actually. Oh, I have Nightmare, you idiot. I don't know what I'm going to be playing. actually so insane, dude. Oh my god, they never expect them. Actually, I think you can even just go null left, right? Because now you kind of cover in case of just absolute shenanigans. It does make the nightmare, the chambers smaller, but I'm still adding 12 points here. Like, I guess there is a tiny world where they play like null here and death here. Have there been enough cards destroyed for death? Almost assuredly, right? I think we just double down. I don't think they have any way to get Mojo World done because they literally only have 3 cards in hand. I think you just double down. They never play null and death mid, right? I called it. I actually called it, dude. I called it. I'm a genius, dude. I'm actually pretty good at the video game sometimes, dude. Like, wow. We would have been too small left. Just doubling down's fine. The early commitment to Mojo World made tons of sense. And the insane null Mockingbird hit, dude. Like, absolute insanity there. The free chambers, like, unbelievable, dude. Mine's even, like, way bigger than theirs, too, is what's fun. Crazy hits, dude. Opponent would be, I'd be so tilted. I'm so sorry, opponent. That is a crazy hit. That is so sick. All right, Valentina. Valentina just got tons of play out of this chamber. Like, man, came out of nowhere. Her and Chamber are best buds. Titan, really, really nice for us, of course. Weapon X. I should have maybe displayed Tenor Dimension. I don't know. I'm always thinking about like hand size with it, but it's like, what's it hurting me right now? Oh my god, this is 3. Oh my god. Yes, Isan, dude. This will pull a Jhin into play. Does the Jhin give me... It should give me the energy on turn 4, not turn 5, right? Because even though we're in the end of turn phase, we have not started the next turn yet, I don't think, right? So this should work. I guess we just go Electro then. Start playing. Well, you kind of want a War Machine down first too, though. Like this will pull the Jhin. I should have. Well, we can. Yeah, we can just go War Machine this turn if the Jhin indeed works as we think. We'll have 6 this turn. War Machine opens up a lot of options, so you don't want Blink. Yeah, it doesn't work. Red Skull's pointless. Yeah, it's got to be this. Do you play him here to get another Jhin? No, you might be too locked in on points then, because Weapon X is a pretty big scaler. You don't need the Jhin really from here too much. It'd be hard to flex a second card in anyway, to be honest. So maybe we focus left and right to avoid Weapon X problems. So Infinite, you kind of want to hold the Infinite in some ways, but I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Like the Infinite surprise factor could be more valuable. Man, they really overcommitted mid. Okay, I like that a lot. Yeah, let's go. Infinite left makes us look very safe. I mean, Giganto left also probably puts them out of range, but it's one of those where it's just close enough that you maybe don't want to risk it, and they just don't have any space here. So like, if you just really lock them out left here, you're saying, hey, they can't net 17 points, which I do think is true. It's going to be really hard to net 17 over here. Not impossible, but hard. A Killmonger creating space right, though, is a little scary. Or Lady Deathstrike, whatever, right? Same difference. Does 16 still hold right is the question. I mean, honestly, there's even a pretty good argument that Giganto mid now holds, because, like, how big can the Weapon X get from here? You know what I mean? Like, it can still get bigger, but how much bigger? Like a Venom or something here. They wouldn't do that because they know it's not going to win. I mean, I don't think this Giganto is insurmountable. So are you better off playing for a flip, you know? Because this is still 25 to 18. He's still only netting 2 and 2. Like, even 2 cards destroyed. If they destroyed 3 cards, he gains 6. So that would go to 24, and I would still have 25, and I would actually get even one more from the Jhin. I'd have 26. So they'd have to destroy 4 cards for this to beat me by itself. Now, of course, they can do other things. You know, it's not just that. I think that holds, though, maybe, dude. I feel like this is more exposed. He's only at 14 points here. That means they need to add 9, which is really 11, which I don't think 11's trivial, but I also don't think it's hard necessarily. I don't know if they have like null in the deck or what. Oh, they do have a death, so that wouldn't have held. I think we're gonna be fine mid by 1 point. Kind of 2 with the Jhin, I guess. Woo! We called it. Sometimes you just gotta go for the flip, even if it's the harder spot to go, you know? Dang, dude, scary game. Scary game. Yeah, we would have only had 14 right. Would have lost by 1 point. I didn't even think about death, dude. Thinking null. Death's crazy good there. Woo! Scary game. Hey, we love Nightmare. You would actually almost always love to top deck a Blink like after your Nightmare. But I guess that'd be a turn 4 Nightmare too, which isn't quite as exciting. Hub. Captain Marvel. Zombie Captain Marvel has kind of disappeared, hasn't she? Just kind of went away. All right, so Nightmare it is. At least we have a 4-drop. That's something. That's not bad. Beam Dimension, a little clunky though. We kind of almost need another 4-drop for turn 5, which does not exist in our deck. We're basically skipping 4s organically. So Valentina might have to do. Maybe Valentina will turn into Chamber. That would be sick. They went Deathlock, but not on these. Wonder why they don't want to destroy these yet. Spectrum, Jane. Oh, Black Panther's not bad. What was this? Oh, Negasonic is kind of cool, actually. Okay, what was this? Spider-Man. Okay. I mean, Spider-Man might make some sense. I don't know. No priority here, so Zombie Captain Marvel's just kind of for later, you know? I think we're just playing Starbrand now, though, right? Venom, this is going to be kind of wasted, sadly. I didn't know they'd destroy this turn or not, but now I don't really think it's likely they even need to play another card here. That's the thing, right? Like, they're already ahead, so I kind of have to go back at this, which is kind of miserable. I guess if I go for Starbrand here, that flips and creates that pressure point, but then I gotta win mid with Spectrum. I will be buffing the Starbrand with Spectrum, which is kind of cool. You might also just go Spectrum right, because it's pretty likely to be your biggest card. So you don't, even though you're further behind here, just netting that +3, and they don't have a lot of space necessarily to work with. We didn't really gain much there. A little. That might even make them feel more safe right, though. They're kind of functionally at 8, and I'll be at 23, so they will need to play 15 points right, which doesn't seem likely to me. I think they try to win left, but can you win left around Zombie Captain Marvel? Probably, but then... My high, isn't this really a Starbrand? Why is it? Why do they not have points? Oh, they do have points. I'm looking at my points over here, you idiot. Like, why is it 0? Because I'm a moron. Yeah, let's try this, I guess, man. I don't know. Maybe the Starbrand math catches them off here. Oh, they played a lot of cards. Oh, Death, though. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. They played Death first. The Zombie Captain Marvel blindness holds. We're going to get 17 to 16. Oh, my God. We're ballers. Wow, dude. Wow. The blindness. The blindness, the Nightmare blindness holds, and the Spectrum buff puts us over the freaking top. Let's go. I forgot to account for Starbrand math when I was doing my difference math, but functionally kind of the same thing, right? Vibranium, sure. Yeah, we've got Electro Blink, which is really nice, and only good hits left in the deck, which is fantastic. Unless we draw both of these over the next 2 turns, I guess. That would be a bit of a disaster, but pretty dang unlikely. Let's go ahead and play Electro mid then, so that we have a pretty... Oh my God, no way. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. Come on. Don't do this to me. I'm getting a big card here next to the rocks, what I'm thinking about. We don't need as much space there. We have a big guy, but if we hit this Giganto, I swear to God. I swear to God, no way. Okay, thank God. You know how tilted I was about to be, man? So we probably go War Machine next turn, right? I don't know. I mean, Infinite's really strong. I think War Machine Blink's a really strong location as well. Actually, now, though, you think maybe you just double down here and use Infinite to beat the Dracula, right? Because you don't really want to go toe-to-toe with Morbius. Do you think 28 beats Dracula? Usually. We haven't seen a lot of APOC hits or anything. Weapon H is always kind of scary, because like a Weapon H mid here puts the War Machine in range for sure, which is terrifying. They might want to support Morbius a little more. I don't know. This is definitely not solved. Weapon H puts them in some... Okay, they doubled down there. Oh, interesting. Okay, so they may really be scared away from mid. Khonshu's at 8. That's not a huge contest mid. Zombie Power Man hits a Scorn. Don't go mid. Don't go mid. Don't go mid. Don't go mid. Go left. Go left. Go left. Nice. Okay, yeah, I mean, I think it's got to be this, but I hope it holds. Mid is definitely a little exposed, like Weapon H plus Thing. I mean, I don't know. Well, literally the Thing would do it. That would be 21 points. I'd set him up for a tie, I guess. I don't know. Khonshu's not that scary right now. They don't even actually have anything in the Khonshu pool at the moment. That was why the Khonshu, Weapon H, all of that together always felt just a little bit strange to me. Let's see. Does it hold? Oh boy, this could be scary. What's that? Is it Khonshu, the only thing left in deck? Oh no. Do we win a tiebreaker? No. Wait. Wait. Oh, well, it's not a tiebreaker. Wait, why is that so big? What did it hit? Oh, Khonshu went to 12. Oh, dang. Khonshu went 12, not 8. It increments up. Ah, man, yeah. The Weapon H supporting the Dracula. Pretty baller move, dude. Pretty baller move. Using Khonshu as your body and hand. Yeah, no. It's cool stuff, dude. God, we could have flipped left with Infinite's. What's crazy? 24 to 23, man. Maybe we picked the wrong spot. I thought they might trust their Dracula, particularly with Lady Sif's help, but I think a good play to triple down here, basically. Pretty good play. I like the tripling down. I think it's smart. Because they might think I'm scared off by Morbius, which is true, right? Like, pretty smart. I think that's a good play. All right, double Enchantress. We're good. I don't really need that. What the heck am I gonna do? That's not any good. Wakandan Chamber, sure. I still think Wakandan is so funny. It always feels like, yes, I'm benefiting so much from this development, even though it's very symmetrical and actually sometimes asymmetrical because the opponent has scaling, right? Oh, missed the Iron Patriot, but surely Starbrand will hold, right? There's no way. How could Starbrand ever lose? Yeah, we could even blink the Starbrand. I actually don't think it's a crazy play. It actually might just be kind of right. Because, you know, right now he's effectively 6 points and you're turning him into either 9, 16, or 20. Don't normally see this because usually we're like blinking a ramp card, but Luna Snow, goodness, we can also just play a 6-drop. We do hold on the Patriot, by the way, but barely, man, barely. Oh, I wasn't. Oh, dude, no, wait, hold up, bro. Whoa. I did need the Luna. I'm dumb. I was for some reason thinking, let's actually put Blink right. I think it's just, you know, we can play one big card later. Now, we did unfortunately draw the Infinite, so it's War Machine or Giganto, but at least having the Infinite does make the War Machine feel like a better hit than it otherwise would. Giganto is still fine because he's Giganto. So they got double Luna off their Time Theater. Sure, we're getting some crazy ramp now. Not a lot to do here. You can go Red Skull, but then you gotta like commit the curve here is just weird, right? You can go Starbrand Enchantress next turn. So maybe you go like Red Skull here. Well, actually, you probably just do it left, right? And then you just go Starbrand right. That should hold. That actually should just hold. I don't know how they flip right. It's gonna be impossible, right? Oh, God. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, that does lock them in left. Wait, oh, no, it doesn't cube, I guess. Kills their ramp anyway. I mean, this got kind of shaky, man. I don't know. I'm overcommitted left now a little bit. I think maybe we're fine right, though, because Starbrand's going to flip Monster Metropolis. That's actually a 6-point swing. Chamber's getting a little bigger. Well, not much, honestly, but a little. Okay, they just went mid. Yeah, that's totally fine, yeah. Well, I don't think they have another... Oh, no, they do have another Isan card, right? Valentina and Iron Patriot. So we still do need to have enough points here. Be smaller than 12. Smaller than 12. It's fine. Yeah, if that was a 12 power card, right? We would have they would have jumped to 20 or 31, I guess. They would have had 28 and 3 is 31. So we actually still would have held, as long as it wasn't a 13 power card. Kind of scary, right? But Starbrand felt good because you like knew that 3 points left wasn't going to be an issue. Right? You're so big here. I think this deck, this is a deck you definitely don't want to go 3 across. Like there's a lot of decks, you know, you can play 3 across because you have enough like energy flexibility that you can mix and match and contest locations. This is not one of those decks. I think this deck you have to play it 2 across. Like you only ever hone in on 2 and really focus. It just depends on the deck sometimes whether that's the right or the wrong thing to do, I think. Nothing good yet. I'm a wizard. There's no joke in the title or anything. It's just I'm a wizard. That's, oh no, just say weapon of deck destruction. I forget now when I see the ranks. Can't easily see people's titles without moving my stuff around a little bit. Yeah, Electro can go here. That'll turn off. That's great. We also could blink it. Right now, it's actually guaranteed to be an insanely high power card. Really cool. Okay, so blink is amazing. The ramp side of the deck here coming in strong. No matter what we draw, there's still a great hit behind it. We'll probably draw Infinite because, you know, why not? But... all right, good stuff. Good stuff. I'm happy with Giganto or Infinite. I don't care. We're contesting the Galactus first steps as well, which is great. Really good stuff. Infinite hit too. Let's go. 11-point lead. Very nice. It's gonna be hard for them to recover that, right? Do they go for that now? What am I playing here? You could just go Chamber Valentina is kind of weird. Nightmares really what I want. I mean, Chamber's pretty big, right? He's looking at, well, I don't know. Starbrand's actually not that big, I guess, if I look at it. I kind of don't hate the idea of just like Enchantress, Starbrand right, Chamber mid, right? Chamber would still gain 6 here, and that depends on what you top deck. It's like, I don't know, if the Starbrand, you know, if the breakpoints left still look okay with Starbrand active, you might decide, hey, I don't really need an Enchantress, you know? Galactus goes mid, so I do need a card mid. I don't think we have 8 here, right? No, we don't have 8 here. So this, like I said, this actually does give us 8 here, though, because now you can do this. Oh, wrong order, wrong order. Valentina first, Enchantress here, Chamber here. So this pulls ahead mid because you're gaining 8, which puts you at 21, 24, and they're actually only at 18. Even if Galactus pulls ahead, they're going to 20. They'd have to play another card there. So if they we're also gaining 3 left, right? So it's like this is actually a pretty good play. Like Enchantress here, if you squint, is kind of a 14 power card, right? I think this will surely be okay. So they didn't contest left at all, so this means we need to hold right at 18, which I think will happen. We might lose mid here because they, you know, they've played a little extra, but we're still decent spot, to be honest. And Galactus isn't winning, so they're not even getting up to that 20. That's okay. Also, that's turned on, I guess. So we just netted even more points elsewhere. Red Guardian was hoping to hit Chamber, but no priority. So yeah, still held even with that debuff, 26 to 25, thanks to their Starbrand, given by me, by the way. Yeah, good stuff, dude. Clean. Blink Infinite holding left just really made this game a lot easier, right? I think I have more fun with the Nightmare games, but there's certainly nothing wrong with Chamber ramp games. It's very good. Very good. All right, snap from the opponent already. It's crazy, dude. Crazy work. Chamber early is fine. Do we want to hoard or do we want to draw? I mean, we don't really need to draw. I'd almost rather get some horde action, to be honest. I don't know. It's like just not really, I don't know, just free points, you know. We usually play our hand out pretty easily and stuff. No Galactus first steps or anything either, so I don't really have to contest this right now. Sure. We'll throw a Nightmare in just in case. Pretty good hand for Nightmare, I guess, but kind of crowded at 5. No turn 4 play here other than Valentina, and she might kind of suck. So you could arguably play the Valentina first and then play the Nightmare on turn 4, but it's like, that's also just weird from a curve standpoint. Hella. What was this? Sarah. Oh, that's sick. Cobra can destroy their rock. I guess Electro fills in. It's okay. That lets you play an Infinite early if you want, but then you can't really weave 2 cards together later because of Electro, unless you get down a War Machine. War Machine on Luke Cage seems interesting, doesn't it? But you'd want a Chamber first before the reveal. Means Chamber's going to be a little smaller than you'd like normally. Oh, it's also not a War Machine anymore. Why am I talking about War Machine like it's gonna be a War Machine, dude? I'm losing my mind is why. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we just don't do that whole stuff then, huh? Wiccan hits. Annoying. We can still do the Lady Deathstrike here. Like, they seemingly care about this Luke Cage or it wouldn't be in the deck. There's my 2 points. Okay. I also really want to play Sarah, though, right? That's the thing, is like Sarah's really insane, but it's not insane. No, it's not insane because of Electro. You could do this, but then you're right back where you started. You've got Valentina War Machine. You're only playing 8 points here, though, and the Valentina is only 3 points. It's not really very meaningful. If you thought Valentina left held enough, like maybe it'd be meaningful, right? Hella no good for us. I mean, this still kind of feels like War Machine right, but I don't know if it's gonna hold. Chamber needs to gain some points, right? Malekith. Okay, I like that we're contesting hard here, and this is clearly a speed and Enchantress now also looks intriguing, doesn't it? This is an intriguing line because now you're not only dealing with a Luke Cage, but you're answering the speed as well. So they're challenged on points and they debuff themselves maybe too much. Chamber also gaining 6 here, so you're at 9, 10, 18 points. Like, I think that's gonna be fine, right? I think that's gonna be fine, actually. Yeah. Oh yeah, they went mid. Oh, Ajax might actually be big enough though. I think it is big enough. I don't. Does the Luke Cage hurt them enough that I gain points back here? There's something else happening mid, so it doesn't feel like it, right? Oh, actually, yeah, Ajax gets even bigger. What am I saying? There's just even more bodies for Ajax, so no, it doesn't. Oh yeah, and then Diamondback stacking too. Yeah. By committing the Infinite early, they basically knew where they needed to play the Ajax, so it's like too hard for us to swing that back. Yeah. Extra Energy just made their turns really good too. War Machine wouldn't have been any better here, of course. Yeah, I don't really know a way out of this game for us. We kind of had that weird gap in the middle, and the Electro. If we got a Luna Snow, I think we would have been way happier than an Electro, basically. White Palace, they're getting Blink, Enchantress, or War Machine. Good God, we don't know. Oh, Wiccan, we're not hitting that. They also didn't hit that though. Nicely. Okay, that's good news. War Machine, I mean, at the moment, it's not. I just Blink is better, right? We don't have Infinite anyway in hand, so Infinite in deck. The only thing you'd worry about is Red Skull, maybe, but you do kind of have Enchantress as a backup there if you need it. So maybe that's okay. Infinite Giganto, though, of course, the home runs here. You don't really want Red Skull. Wiccan, but it misses. Oh no, wait, did they play a wait? Am I insane? Did they play a 1-cost card that looked like it hit? Did they play a skill and I just didn't notice, like Deafening Chord? Oh, they played a Quicksilver here and it died. Oh, I didn't even see it. I was looking at my stuff. Oh, okay. Well, that explains it, I guess. Electro Luna Snow, you could go for again to spend your 6 relatively efficiently here. I think you maybe just go like this though. Doesn't give me like the strongest final turn plays, but it's something at least. Starbrand Luna is also interesting because you could go for an Enchantress, but you'd only have 7 energy. I mean, you would still have the Valentina. If you went Starbrand Luna right now, you could commit the Enchantress here. Opponent's gonna have 1 billion energy though. And you're only adding 3 more points right, which doesn't really feel particularly great. I don't know. This might just be worse because you're like locking your play in a little bit more from the Enchantress standpoint, you know, because Starbrand's just chilling there. Like you kind of have to go for Starbrand because that 3 points right's already a concern, frankly. And then like you don't want to give him left for free either. Reed's Lab. Mirage hitting Valentina. Polymorph turns into Silver Surfer first steps. Domino right. I mean, they do only have one spot right, but we only have a 4-point lead, right? That's the issue is like, well, no, we're going to have a 7-point. Am I bad? Oh, why do we have an extra? I thought we were only going to have 7 energy this turn. Hi? Luna? Oh, we played Electro earlier. I forgot. We already cycled an Electro. We do have 8 energy. Oh, this is great. It's 2 more points. It's really fantastic news, actually. This might be the difference maker. So we're up 4, we're going up 9, and we're really kind of going up 12 thanks to Enchantress, right? So no, this actually should hold. How do they beat 12 here? Maybe like Galactus first steps and then a card left to win the Galactus first steps to 14. That would be a way to do it. Maybe some Merlin scaling with something too. I don't know. But yeah, this is actually a pretty big swing right. Let's see. Do they go Galactus first steps? That's a generated card, right? It's got the base. Is that my card actually? That's gonna be like one of my 5 drops. It's not big enough. Oh, is it big enough with Merlin? No, it's never big enough with. Yeah, it's just War Machine. Yeah, it's 1 point off. Oh my god, dude. Let's go. Let's go. They added 11. They needed 12 to flip. 9 and 2. Woo, good stuff, dude. Yeah, the 8 energy on the Electro made all the difference, man. Valentina would have been too small. All right, Valentina Electro Blink. Good stuff. I haven't decided if this deck is like, you know, making both of these packages a little better because, you know, you're like, you got 2 options, or if it's just splitting both of these packages in half, which is resulting in a, you know, less optimal, like it's a worse Nightmare deck and a worse Chamber deck, or are the sum of the parts, you know, greater than them separate? I don't know yet. I do know that Electro Blink is really good though. We do like that a lot, and that means we can get some big points mid potentially, although currently Enchantress is she's not our favorite. We obviously want to hit the other 2. An Enchantress draw would be quite nice, but a Giganto or Infinite draw would be quite bad, reducing our odds substantially. Is this a C2 deck, dude? Horde might screw them up if it is. They could have a way to reset that, I guess. Shadow King or something. But definitely a thing to keep in mind. I think we have to go for the Electro Blink already. Nightmare's too late to feel good. Eliath could catch us a pretty good Cerebro though, because they almost never play it left. You don't want to risk it in Danger Room, and then you might not be able to play it mid. So we might be able to catch. Enchantress also just as a draw, of course, could also handle a Cerebro. So glad we didn't hit the Enchantress again there. Well, also they don't have Shadow King in a C2 deck. What am I saying? It's not C. It's you know, that's the wrong Cerebro. Do they ever rip it right now here? Since I don't have an Enchantress, there's a decent reason to do this already. I mean, I am locking into 24 points, which, I mean, they don't want to play it here. They only got 1 spot here. They might lock it in here so that they can play cards there on 6, I guess, because you might not want to lock in here yet. You know, you might only get to play 2 cards here. So maybe they go Cerebro right. Then they set up for a big turn 6. Like, sometimes you dump Cerebro on 6, but there are reasons to do it now because of Brooklyn Bridge, right? So maybe we try to catch the Cerebro right at this exact moment with Eliath. My big dramatic end of turn. They weren't ready yet. Dang it. I thought I had a cool setup there. Big punchy. Right now. And then we wait. I don't know. They're probably thinking about the same sort of thing with the Brooklyn Bridge. I could make arguments that both places are reasonable to play. But I think it makes a little more sense to play the Cerebro right. Because you already know you have the basis of power here. You know, and you don't want to have to play it left. And if you know, so you're kind of just running out of spots to do anything is the idea. Oh, they played it left? Are you kidding me? No, it's just Brood. They are going for the turn 6 Cerebro. Now with priority Enchantress isn't even any good. And my number, well, I mean, they also have this zombie horde problem though, right? So it's like they don't even, you know, they haven't even really solved their problems yet. So how the heck do they get big enough? Zombie horde's just trapped over there. So for me, it's just about points, right? Starbrand, I mean, I necessarily have to do Starbrand, but like I want to spread my power a little bit, you know? Seems like this is the right way to do it since we have a bigger lead here. I mean, I think 8 is their number, or 10 with Lasher, right? Like, how do you, there's no Cerebro. There's, you know what I mean? Like, this should be fine. Cerebro zombie horde, yeah, that's not it. I mean, Mystique zombie horde, yeah. Did they forget about the zombie horde or just playing it out for fun maybe? Thank you, Dr. Feelgood, I don't know. Lasher for 2's okay. Lasher for 2's okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't know. All right, well, this worked out for us. Either way, we don't have to know. We're happy. All right, folks, we got a nightmare. That makes me happy. We got a Gamora. She could be something cool. You never know. Could be the one that turns into Iron Man, right? So I will be honest, like, I think like Luna Blink is pretty intriguing, right? You don't necessarily have to go Nightmare. I do have a Luna that's like a decent fill-in at least, though. God, Electro Blink's even better. Although Red Skull is not the best hit, and War Machine is... I mean, War Machine and Gigantor are both pretty solid hits, but I just like Nightmare, dude. I don't know. I think you should... My instincts tell me you should probably stick to Electro Blink if you have it. You know, I think that's probably better, but I don't know. I like this a lot. It's just fun. I just think it's neat. Patriot. Punisher, I mean... Punisher's decent. It's bigger than Patriot already, or same size anyway. Just wondering, is Chamber actually just bigger than both, despite the curve issues here? Because you're going to play a 5 and a 6 pretty much no matter what. Odin on a... What is good? Odin Deathstrike's okay. Actually, if you caught the Chamber here, that would be really sick. But then you're kind of committing to Eternal's Arc perhaps a little too early. Maybe we just go here for that 1 point bonus so that I can feel free to win mid if I think right holds on Chamber, which there's a chance right holds on Chamber. What was this one? Legion as well. Oh my goodness. Mid is nasty and Chamber's already going off. So now that looks shockingly hard to win. Garbage. I might have to do this so that I can play Infinite left, right? I don't know. I need better plays. This should always be the we're gonna play a 5, so this can't get any bigger, right? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think they're expecting the pet mansion, so maybe they just, I don't know, maybe they give up right now and we get ahead enough because Chamber's so big. It doesn't make it inaccessible later, though, is the crazy thing. Like, it's definitely still gonna be accessible. How big are they left to? A Scar. Okay, so do they try to flip right or not becomes the question. Can they? And if not, don't they just double down left, which we can't really beat if they double down left, you know? Like, wait, they're so big mid. I don't think there's any world where we beat that, right? Patriot's not big enough. Punisher's not big enough. Like, these aren't bigger than Infinite. Deathstrike, not big enough. I mean, this is the way you win, but you have to imagine they have 8 points. It seems so trivial. I think 19 does always hold, but it's almost like it holds too much. I wish I could spread these points out a little bit, right? We didn't have a choice. It's such a strong opener here that, like, this shut out mid. So the game is isolated down to left, and we have to go toe-to-toe with that. And it's, you know, maybe if this were an Orca, maybe if this were a Blob, right, we'd have some shots. But Odin is not the guy, unfortunately. Oh my god, they actually did. Oh my god, wait, are they going for Infinite here? What the heck? They hit, oh my god, Hella, but it's empty. Oh my god. They didn't go for left. Oh my god, we held. Wow, maybe their hand really was kind of bad. I mean, they had 5 cards in hand. I guess an Infinite here flips. They had 2 cards in deck. Maybe they had like Infinite Hella or something, or maybe they were just trying to grab Hella but forgot they didn't have any discards. I don't know. I actually don't know. The early chamber, by the way, indicates the scar to us. I guess that's a good thing to think about later.